Welcome, friends. I'm Jen.
And I'm Lizzie, and we are on a journey to become the best versions of ourselves. This includes our fitness, our nutrition, our mental health, our emotional health, nurturing healthy relationships, and a lot of healing. This process is messy, and there have been a lot of tears on the way, but so many laughs and amazing moments that we've shared together. And now we're here to share them with you.
Yes, and we want to invite you into this conversation as we discuss each of our journeys and the new things we are learning on the way and give you the accountability and knowledge you're looking for in your own personal wellness adventure.
You're gonna eat so many more chicken nuggets.
It's Jen and Lizzie, girls that eat.
Hello, friends. Hello.
Oh,
How
welcome.
are you? How are you, Jen?
I am good.
You're good.
I am good.
What have you eaten today? Let's start there.
I had 3 eggs because there's
Mhm.
yeah, 3 eggs, a whole avocado, and tomatoes, and a protein shake and coffee.
Did you know that it's 2 o'clock?
It's like a while ago.
We need second breakfast, first lunch, second lunch.
Yeah, so I've been doing that thing. So I've been seeing it a lot online about like you're supposed to drink coffee like an hour, hour and a half after you wake up because you have to release. I forgot the freaking name of
All the, all the
some
toxins.
chemical in your body is supposed to get released. You're supposed to drink water, and then about an hour, hour and a half after it's released, then the what is it called? The coffee will be more effective.
Really? You gotta, okay. You can't leave us hanging with that one.
I
You
know.
gotta
Oh my God, I should
find out what it is.
I need to I forgot it was like something. I'm not even gonna say it because
Like,
it's gonna be so wrong. But yeah,
a chemical or like a hormone or
I don't know.
something in our body.
Some like deoxstrate or some shit like that. I don't freaking know. But so I wake up at 6 and then by the
Okay.
time I take all the kids to school and everything, I'm like done by 7:30. I'm like, okay, I can have my coffee now.
Do
So
you feel a difference?
I don't I think I do, but I'm like, I think I'm just overthinking it. Like I feel better now because I'm drinking my coffee in, hour and a half or whatever. So I think
Does
so.
it? Yeah.
We'll see. It's only been
And then do you eat with like while you're drinking your coffee, or is that like spaced out then after?
it's spaced out because then after that, then I'll do my workout and then then after my workout, I had like my eggs and stuff.
I was saying something about coffee. Um, I said I wasn't drinking it in the morning, and then I thought about this week, and I have been. So no good story there.
Yeah, I love the tea.
Um,
It's good.
yes. What kind of coffee do you drink? Like, what beans?
The Kirkland one, the dark roast.
Oh, okay.
Is there like a
Because I've been sorry, I keep interrupting you,
is
talking
there a,
over
s-
you.
is there a special bean?
No, I mean, I don't know. I've been using the Keurig cups here at the gym, which have probably been here for like 2 years. And they're just awful. It's like the donut shop one. Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
Donut
those are
shop.
not good. I mean, the fact that it has the word donut, it needs to be amazing. And it's like watered down. It doesn't taste
It's,
good.
yeah, and then I ran out of my Premier vanilla protein shakes here, which I put that in as creamer or in instead of creamer.
Oh
So
yeah.
I've just been like not wasting it, just drinking it, like powering through it. It's just not good. It's not worth it.
I know. I'm the same
But
way with like food. Like if no one likes it and I know it's not, I mean, it's not like I'll ever make this again, but it's a lot of food. I have to eat it.
I'm not gonna waste it.
I don't want to throw it away.
No, I do the same thing.
Yeah, it's tough through.
Starving kids in Africa. Why would I waste my food?
Yeah.
Well, I made a pork tenderloin on Sunday. I actually did quite a bit of meal prepping on Sunday. It was nice. Did a pork tenderloin, um, a big fat one too. So I like sear the whole thing in a
Hmm.
pan and then throw it in the oven, like 425 for 30 minutes or something. Keep checking it. That was delicious. Came out really good. I sauteed a bunch of veggies. I got like some pre-cut ones from Kroger and added a bag of cabbage into it. Well,
Yeah.
this here today. It like keeps going like cow lick.
Dry shampoo is strong.
The combo of oil and dry shampoo makes cement. But I did the veggies. So like I just finished like the very last of the veggies I had with
Mhm.
pork tenderloin on it. So super tender. And I made a breakfast casserole for like morning meal prep.
Mhm.
So I did a bunch. I like layered. I took a bag of like shredded potatoes, like hash browns, put them in, added a bunch of ham, cheese, a dozen eggs, mix that all up with like salt and pepper, and then baked that. It came out really good. So
Yeah.
easy. And then you're getting protein, carbs, and fats, and the whole thing. Don't have to worry about making anything in the morning. So that's been holding
Nice.
me over. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have been slacking on lifting this week. Haven't been feeling too hot and I've been pretty exhausted. So I try to listen to my body.
Mhm.
Um, rest a little bit, got not too bad sleep last night, but I slept for like almost 11 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I did my sleep spray and an edible to try to keep myself asleep. So that helped a lot. So I'm gonna work out again today, but get back into my strength training because that's our topic for today. Strength training for anyone, but more so focused on women. And I mean, love lifting myself, helping people learn how to lift, working with, I mean, a lot of women here that have never done it before. And it's not just to get jacked. That's my goal, but the studies that they've come out with, like there's multiple benefits. And there's several people talking about it, just in like people I follow on Instagram, but they had this article, or it looked like it was an actual like podcast or something like that through NPR. They state women who do strength training live longer. A study finds resistance training 2 to 3 times a week cuts the risk of death from heart disease for women by 30%.
Wow, that's really high.
Yeah. Especially in like the times we live in now, right? So everyone's got heart disease and diabetes and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
remember the cat? Was it a cat meme or something? I was like, diabetes, diabetes.
It sounds familiar, but I didn't know it was a cat.
Was it? Maybe it wasn't a cat. I don't know. Maybe I'm like combining
The
the
sound.
angry cat.
Oh yeah.
Remember that one for a while?
That cat died. I think it died.
Oh, that's awful. I mean, RIP. RIP. So, on that thought, I thought we could talk about the different benefits of strength training. You know, I know we've kind of touched on both of our experiences, but dig maybe a little deeper into that. Barriers or comments that we hear people hear, especially me as a trainer and you working with, you know, just your accountability partners. Like what do people, what's the biggest thing you hear when you talk to people, or like what's the biggest complaint? I'm trying to figure out how to word this. What's the biggest like worry from women when they talk about lifting weights? What would you say? Like
Claiming
the first response.
that they'll be too big, be like a man body. But I don't think they understand that you have to go to extreme to get there and
Yeah.
take some extra hormones.
Get on the roids.
Right? Because before you know it, all of a sudden it'll be like growing an Adam's apple. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
My Eve's peach has grown. oh, there's, I don't have it pulled up right in front of me, but there is, I don't know how recent this was, but someone sent me an Instagram story that a guy, a male born person, just took first in a weightlifting competition. I think it was the USA weightlifting, in the women's weightlifting. I want to strangle everyone.
I just don't get why
Like,
that's okay.
it's not okay. It's not. But
But
the
why?
way,
I just don't understand why it's being allowed.
because there's a narrative and everyone's a snowflake and doesn't want to get offended. And because you suck at your sport in your own gender, you just decide to, you know what? I can be whatever I want to be. I'm going to be a woman today and go crush the women's weightlifting standards. No, nope. Have you seen these women? Like, the way they lift. What is her name? There's a chick who does, she deadlifted, it's the world record.
How much? Like,
Lucy Underdown. She is this big ass chick, and I'm sure you've seen the video. She's like in her red outfit. I forget what they're called.
singlet?
Yeah, something like that. Like the pants. She's got the pants though, because she's deadlifting. She deadlifted 700 pounds.
Wow.
And she just, I mean, she walks up there, she's got like her little thing. She like wiggles her feet and she like does her little routine. She set a record. I have it right here in front of me. The 2023 World Deadlift Championship as the first woman to deadlift 318 kilograms or 700 pounds. She beat her own record from 2021, which was 661.4 pounds.
Wow.
Like a fucking beast. Like, ain't nobody gonna take that shit from us. Like, from women who, and men, like anyone who is an athlete and puts the fucking work in, like, it's amazing. But don't try to, I don't know. I could go off on a rant on this whole thing. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I
Pisses
saw
me off.
another video. I was reading the comments, something similar to that, and people were just saying, like, why can't they just have a separate category for the people who are the
Like trans, non-binary. If you don't know what the hell you are,
yeah, like you could have your own category. So they could just stick to men, whatever, and then women.
Yeah.
Why don't they just do that?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
You don't have to crisscross. Just do your own thing. And then you guys could fight over it yourselves.
Yeah. There's like a sport like that.
That
Whatever.
would be really interesting.
Right? Like I would totally watch that.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of crazy too. Like, I don't know who I was having this conversation with. Maybe it was us. But you don't see women going into men's sports. Like, watch this. Like, all the men going into the women's sports just because they're terrible at what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it doesn't make sense. We can talk about all that another day, because that's a whole other topic. Very interesting. The chick who lost for the swimming meet to Leah, whatever, whoever said whatever. But how much she stood up for trying to protect women and, young girls with this whole scenario. She's great to listen to. Just the way she talks and the point she has, and she got a lot of shit for standing up for it, but maybe we can make that another topic, because I think it's really interesting to dig into, because it's what's going on,
Yeah.
But
I see a
Go ahead.
lot of the like the swimwear for the women. They have it like on their crotch area where it says not a dude. A lot of them are wearing that now.
Yeah, to prove a point. Yeah. How ridiculous it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, but for women, we're talking about strength training and the benefits. Um, what benefits can you think of? Give me some. I have a list here, 14 different ones.
I would think you'd live longer, healthier.
Mm-hmm.
You burn fat way faster.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one because a lot of people are like, oh, I'll just go for a run. But some people don't understand, like, once you stop running, then that's it. You're not burning any more calories. But if you're building all that muscle, it's continuing to burn calories for you instead of, you know, running or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're exactly right. Burning calories more efficiently, just to go off of that one. Building muscle increases your metabolic rate. So you become more efficiently, muscles are more metabolically efficient than fat mass. So you burn calories like even when you're resting.
Yeah.
Research shows that your metabolic rate is increased for up to 72 hours after strength training. So just like what you were saying.
Seven. Yeah. Is that because
Yeah.
you're sorry? Like, my body's
Yeah.
I'm burning calories right now.
That's a great thing. Like, how are you feeling today? When I ask like people in class, like, oh, I'm so sore. I'm like, quit your bitching. You're still burning calories.
Yeah, just by standing there. Just by standing there. Like a good sore.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's like go off this list. You were right. Making you stronger. Obviously, that's kind of given. Athletic performance, burning calories more efficiently, like we said, decreasing abdominal fat. And a lot of times people want to like spot burn or spot treat, kind of like burning fat, like, oh, I just want to get rid of it here, you know. Well, there's not just doing like a bunch of these is not going to just burn fat there. So we store a lot of fat around the abdomen and visceral fat too, like in and around our organs.
Mm-hmm.
All we can build up around our arteries. So that's another way that we can, by actually doing resistance training, we can help improve that or lessen that, decreasing those health risks. You appear leaner. Like one of the biggest things that I would say I hear from anyone, males or females coming into the gym of like what their goals are, and they're like, well, I want to lose body fat, but I want to tone. Like it's always I want to tone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how are you going to look tone and lean? By actually building muscle. You're not going to do that by running. Maybe
Yeah.
your calves, but so you're building more muscle. Body's putting it on because we're lifting, so we're dropping body fat too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I mean, of course, the whole nutrition side of that has to come in. But then you're going to look leaner because you're building muscle. Like I feel, for me personally, I'm like 3 pounds under like my heaviest I've ever been, but my muscle's a lot higher. And I've always been like a board. I've never had like a waist, but the more I've been building my back and my glutes, I kind of have a small waist now. Just a little bit. I got just a little peek.
Yeah. That's especially for like people like I want to weigh this certain weight, but then it's like, okay, but you want to grow muscle, but they're trying to stay a certain weight because you'll see those comparisons where it's like this is me at 130 and this is me at 150, and they look way better at 150 because of all the muscle that they have compared to
Yeah.
just being thin. So
Yeah.
sometimes you just have to ignore the scale, but like that's why measurements are always important. So you can
Mm-hmm.
like your waist is going down, you're getting more muscle, and then you just look, yeah, and pictures really help to just see.
Yeah. Yeah, like yeah, when your body is body recomp basically. So I have clients come in, whether they're just fitness clients and it's, it's been a couple months, so we get them back on the in-body machine, or they're nutrition clients and we do those in-body scans each month. They're like, oh, this is gonna be terrible. And they get on, they're like, oh, my weight. And then we get the printout and their body fat's down, their muscles up. It's body fat to muscle, same amount, like same weight, but the space it takes up is so much less. So you will be getting smaller, but you could be just as heavy. That change.
Yeah.
So it's always fun when that happens. It always just makes me happy because I look at it first, I'm like, oh shit. They're like, what? Like, you're crazy. You're doing fine.
You like the difference between like a 1 pound of fat and then a 1 pound of muscle? I mean, that fat is huge, but then you see the muscle, it's like tiny, but it's like so much smaller. So it's like,
Dense.
yeah, it's like, what do you rather have? All that muscle, and it looks good.
All the muscle.
Yeah.
So I'm heavy. Heavy. Because I'm so much muscle.
It's all the muscle.
I'm just kidding. It's a constantly trying to get more. But that's okay. So this kind of is a good segue back to what we were saying in the beginning. Like the biggest complaint or the biggest worry for females about weightlifting is that they're going to be huge and bulky. And like they must be thinking of just, like people doing shows like that are just jacked, or like the CrossFitters, like the top athletes in the world. Like, yeah, you're not going to get there. You know how much you need to eat to get there?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like a lot.
Yeah. And
Even just for me trying to build muscle, I'm trying to eat 2,700 calories to 3,000 a day. I just
healthy calories, because
healthy. Yeah. Which is hard to eat. It's hard to overeat when you eat like real food. Yeah. I could eat I almost said In-N-Out. We don't have In-N-Out here. Like, I don't know, if I went to McDonald's or something and ate like 2 meals, I'd hit those calories, but it'd be garbage. It'd go straight through me. Literally.
Taco Bell.
But when you're LOL, hashtag potty joke.
Oh man.
But when you're eating a full salad with, all kinds of stuff in it and 6 to 8 ounces of chicken or whatever you're eating, like I have the canned chicken, like it's a lot, man.
Yeah, I made salmon yesterday and I ate it with like a Greek salad.
Ooh, yummy.
So full. Like, damn. I was like, I never thought it'd be, because I cooked this. I mean, I already had the salad from before, and then I cooked salmon because I was just gonna eat salmon and rice. But I was like, well, I'll just throw it on my salad.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I made this healthier choice.
Yeah. Well, it's just a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I have like a big ass salad, because I'm always like a mixing bowl kind of salad girl. Like if I get a bagged salad, I'm eating the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like why cut it in half? Like I'll just eat the whole thing. But then I'm hungry within an hour.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel I digest it well. It keeps things moving smooth, if you know what I mean. Hashtag potty joke. All the fiber, all the breakdown. I'll wake up if I go eat a salad at night. Like when I get done here at the gym and I get home at like 8 o'clock, whatever, and I make myself a salad, throw some chicken on it, and I get up at 4:30 to come back here, I'm starving.
Right.
Body's like, feed me. I always picture, have you seen the movie Venom?
Yes.
See, you know his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to. Or he's like really hungry. He's like, I want to eat his head. Like, I feel like that voice is inside me. Like when I'm hungry, like, I need to eat.
Yeah.
Just a little fact about me.
Oh,
That's my hunger.
You have to control it because sometimes you get angry too. Man, if I don't eat, Oh, I mean, like if I'm like hungry and I tell Carlo I'm hungry, he knows it's like you have like a 30-minute span before it gets crazy. And then I'll eat and he goes, "You are a different person when you're hungry." I'm like, well, yeah, you have that time limit.
Here's the window.
Yeah.
Don't go outside of that.
Yeah.
It's so true. I mean, our hormones are involved, and it's not just as women, but hormones are involved. I feel like I have a hard time talking when I'm hungry. Like I feel like a robot and I'm like powering down. Like I'll be coaching and I'm like, I need to go grab a snack. I'll be back. And go, even if it's just like an applesauce pouch, that
Right.
helps. It just keeps me going for a little bit.
Yeah.
Eat all the food, all the food. So yeah, I mean, you're not going to get bulky. It takes so much time, but to see muscle definition, and a lot of females too, they have like, like a good amount of muscle on their body, like what they're for their height, age, things like that. We have enough, but we can build on that. I get a lot of females in here who need to add 4 to 6 pounds of muscle on their body because they're not in a good range. And it's harder to hold on to it as we get older too,
Yeah.
especially when you're not using it, right? Like our our bones get weaker, our muscles get thinner, not thinner, but they start to kind of disappear as we get older. Muscles, ligaments, all the tendons. And then we fall and we break ourselves. So if you keep moving and lifting weights, even just, light strength training, there's so many different ways to do it. Like even for older people, using bands, using very light weights, but all of it, some sort of resistance to create that tension on the muscles. We break them down a little bit to where they can rebuild.
Yeah. When I used
Injuries.
24-hour fitness, I used to see like the old people in the pool with their like floating weights doing their thing.
Mhm.
Good for them.
I
Getting
know, yeah.
distance in the water, working out.
Yeah. Because that's a safer place for them to be, right? Because their body's more weightless, but you're still the resistance of the water is
Mm-hmm.
great. And then hopefully they can transfer, out of the water someday. But if that's all they can do, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
something.
safer. Yeah. Something is better than nothing. This talking about injuries, one review including 7,738 athletes found that strength training programs reduce the risk of injury by 33%. It was found to lower the risk of injury in a dose-dependent manner. So that meant that every 10% increase in strength training volume, so as they would do more and more, there was a 4% reduced risk of injury. So like the more they would do, the less chance of injury. Like it's going separate ways. That's awesome. Love that. Because we talked about injuries a while ago. Wow. Puberty. We talked about injuries when we talked about like the corrective exercise stuff. And we're all falling apart.
Right? People just give up after they are injured. Just don't use it anymore.
Yeah. You can learn greater mobility, flexibility, all our range of motion stuff. We're using all our muscles. 10 on this list is boosting your self-esteem.
That's a good one. Get all the
Not
compliments.
even just for looks too.
Yeah.
Like when you realize what your body can do,
Yeah, you feel
and
good.
build that confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you notice that like for yourself?
I
Like
thought
when you started like CrossFit and actually like lifting heavy, like what did that do for you?
it made me feel really confident, especially when like people would like compliment me and I'm just like, yeah, because I worked hard for this shit. Thank you for complimenting my arms. It's like, oh, like
Yeah.
people notice it. And it's just like, you're not just doing it. It's like when people could see your hard work, then it's like, wow, this is awesome. I think
Yeah, a little boost.
you're right.
Did you think you would ever be able to do those movements, or like we've probably talked about this in the past, but when it came to deadlifting or strict pressing or cleans or whatever it was, like did you ever like set goals for yourself in that way, or was it just like in class you were just kind of going along with the workouts and like surprising yourself like, holy shit, I can actually do this?
Yeah, I was surprised. Because I mean, I just wanted to go. I was like, okay, you know what? Like the fact that I am here doing CrossFit, that's like already a huge deal. But then after like going into it, and it's just like, wow, I'm like on the top score. Like, it's just like, what else can I do? Let's see how hard I can push myself. And
I
it's
love that.
yeah, it's a good confidence booster. And being
Yeah.
me so competitive, it's like I ain't going second place. I need to be first. I ain't losing.
I remember back at CFT, I took a photo. I probably still have it, but it was the one and only time I was at the top of the list for the workout of the day over Jen Abel and Nicole. Like, Jen's just a monster. She still is.
Yeah,
Shout out to Jen Pumps.
yeah, she's a beast.
Yeah. And yeah, she's a police officer now. She works highway patrol. Just amazing. But
Mhm.
I still have that photo of like my name just above the two of them. I can't remember what the workout was, but I was like, this will never happen again.
I'm gonna frame this.
And Nicole, I mean, yeah, Nicole was a beast too, man.
Yeah,
And that
dude,
was still kind of early on.
arm wrestling her, dude. She doesn't look like it, but I arm wrestled her down. She's fucking strong. It's like, God, I gotta put my back into this.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
love it. Even just now to working with people, and whether it's male or female, like I've had several clients right now who we're just going through like the fundamentals, so they can go into classes. And they just didn't have the confidence. Like one of the guys, he really just didn't know what he was supposed to be feeling, or like where his body is in space, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's starting to feel the difference in his muscles, and he's already dropped some weight. Like he's not even really focusing on nutrition. And then one of the other girls, she came in, I'm like, I know you're strong, but she just doesn't have the confidence in her body, what she can do. And we have her last session tomorrow, and she has killed everything. Like every one of the tests and like the workouts and the movements that we're doing. Like we were working on snatches yesterday, and she had the form amazing. I was like, you've never done this before? She's like, no, no. She like shrinks back. No, I haven't. I'm thinking so much. I was like, well, you're doing amazing. And
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see where she's gonna go.
Yeah.
Like if she sticks with this, like she's gonna be great. And she's just a fantastic woman in general. She's just like, she carries like a lot of emotional power, I feel like, but she doesn't have the confidence in herself. Like she has it for everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
like being that person that could build everyone else up, but not seeing what she has. And so like being able to have a part in that for people, of it's not just a confidence in like yourself and how your body looks, but it's a confidence in knowing what your body can handle,
Yeah.
like what your body is capable of. I mean, she had a baby. She's 4, but like, so obviously like women's bodies are capable of crazy shit. But then you add in the weightlifting and just, I don't know, I'm super excited. I love being a part of it.
Right.
And we're all healthier, it boosts our mood, strength training reduces anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's all kinds of studies for this. Highly recommended.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Quality of life. I don't want to be an old person and have to worry about falling.
Yeah, being frail, fragile. Yeah, that would
Which so I don't want to waste away. But it definitely is a mindset shift, from I think society too. And again, we've probably I know we've touched on this, but society from like I feel like our generation, maybe our mom's generation, of the being super skinny, not eating, being super skinny. And now we've started to come into this. I mean, then there was like being fat is beautiful. It's not healthy. I mean, like not to put people down, like you get into a certain situation, but take care of yourself. We're here to help you get healthy.
Yeah.
But now I feel like we're making this switch over to being healthy and being strong. Like shit hits the fan. Do you want to be 300 pounds and not be able to move or get out of breath right away? Do you want to be emaciated and so skinny to like fit into some sort of mold for society that you can't? I don't know, I'm thinking like apocalypse kind of stuff. I mean, that you can't lift, your friend, or if someone's hurt, like, and you have no strength to do these things. Like, where do you want to be?
Yeah.
You're gonna get left behind. The zombies are gonna get you.
They won't even eat them because they're so freaking thin. Like, I don't even want this
It's
person.
like, toothpick.
It's like, oh, that's my toothpick. I need the good ones, chunky ones.
And yeah, and I'm not putting people down at all for whatever stage you're at. That's why I do what I do, and that's why you have jumped into this whole health and wellness thing, because you've experienced like being skinny, being heavier than you wanted to be, and finding that healthy place in the middle. And being strong is so fucking great. And we're all, I mean, our body compositions are all different. Like having women here who are strong but don't look like me. It's not just, again, it's not just about the looks. It's about your goals, but also being healthy from within.
Yeah.
And heart health, 30% less chance of dying from heart disease. I'll take it. Because I have heart disease runs in my family. My grandfather's, well, he passed away now from cancer, but he had open heart surgery like twice, I think.
Wow.
So many blockages. Yeah. Diabetes ran in my dad's side of the family. So not something I want to mess around with. I'll be 37. Not getting any younger. And having the VA hospital as my health insurance, I'm not taking any chances.
You're dying? Okay, we'll set up an appointment next week.
If ever. My tongue and throat were swelling. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When I was sick back in like October, I think there was a virus going around, but I think a lot of it had to do with like stress. Message them multiple times. Oh, someone will be in contact with you. I'm like, literally my tongue and throat are swelling. I can't swallow. They're like, someone will be in touch with you. No one ever called.
Yeah. I know. They have to you don't want to pay for like the emergency care because that's expensive.
Too much. All right. When it comes to strength training, getting back on topic. There's different ways, like this is ways we can program for people, because there's different training variables. So we might just think of always like just lifting weights, but what does that mean? There's different levels, like again, the variables, whether you're doing hypertrophy training, so that's muscle building, a little bit more like bodybuilding, if you want to think of it that way, and strength training. Like just between the two of those, like the reps and sets are so different. Hypertrophy, you probably heard of like 3 sets of 12, 3 sets of 15, right? Or 4 sets of 3 or 15. And then strength training, you're doing, I don't know, 5 sets of 5 reps, but you're just going heavy. We're not doing those super high reps, but building muscle that way. So we got to think about the intensity, your rep scheme, rest. That's something a lot of people don't think of. You know, if you're at the gym and you see someone like in the squat rack sitting on a, you know, on a stool, like on their phone. I can't say everyone, but most of the time they're probably not just like wasting time. They're actually sitting there and taking their rest time.
Yeah.
So your body can, you know, recalibrate, bring all those little protein molecules back, and get ready to burn and, you know, push that strength again. So rest is super important. Let's not forget about that. But then we have our, you know, our sets, like I just mentioned, and the exercise selection. Like, what are you actually trying to build?
Yeah.
And they vary too. Like if you'll see, again, like hypertrophy training, that 3x15 or 3x12 or whatever, you're only resting a minute to a minute and a half in between each set. So it's a little bit quicker rest because the weights aren't quite as heavy, you know, obviously as you're doing progressive overload and, you know, over time building those weights.
Yeah.
But if you rest too long, then you're not going to get the same effect from, you know, lifting in those sets. Strength training, you're resting 3 to 5 minutes. So if you're seeing someone sit down, look at their phone, you know, who's actually lifting heavy, there's a reason they're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Set wise, yeah, 3 to 5 for hypertrophy, 4 to 6 sets for strength. Let's see, they have exercises. You ever do 1 rep maxes? Or when was the last time you did 1 rep maxes?
It's been a while, but I like doing those.
PRs for days, baby.
Yeah, like we're sitting PRs today. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done that. And I was so close to benching a plate. I was like at 42.5 pounds, and I'm like, I'm almost there. I never got to it. And then kind of like dropped off. And then, man,
Like,
even throwing like a 25, I was like, oh God.
on a 45-pound barbell?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay. So you're going for 135
Yeah.
plates, 2
Yeah.
wheels.
The wheels. There was
We
one.
gotta-
There was this
Okay.
one time that Carlo was benching, and I think he had like 3 or 4 plates on one side, and then it was obviously the same on the other side. And so he was done, and my dumbass was taking all the weight on one side. I wasn't even thinking. I was just so fucking tired from the workout. And he's like, we're done. And I'm like, yay, but we got to put the weights away. And so I'm just like not thinking. So I'm pulling out all the weights. And then the one side flips. Oh my God. Thank goodness there wasn't a lot of people there. And I was just like, what happened?
I've done that before too.
Oh my.
I've seen some horror videos.
No
One, the bar dropped off of like a squat rack. This is a video. I didn't do this. But there was a guy in the next squat rack. It was at a CrossFit gym, and he was like bent over grabbing something, and the bar came and smacked him on the head. I was like, oh my God.
Oh.
Like, again, because sometimes you're just not thinking about how heavy that one side is, but that's why you got to go side to side, one plate at a time.
Yeah. I did that.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Jen. No judgment.
My
As
moment.
long as no one got hurt.
Just my water bottle, it kind of broke, but other than that, no one got hurt.
Just your ego.
I'm not coming back here.
Oh man.
Yep.
I want you to come visit me, and I want you to come work out with me.
I think I'm busy that day. No. Fun. That would be fun.
Hmm. Squats, deadlifts. Yeah. I'm just still looking at some other lists some other benefits, seeing if there's anything we didn't discuss. Reducing symptoms of chronic conditions like back pain. We talked about injuries, obesity, arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and depression. Lessening all the symptoms. I want to give a shout out to one of my clients. She's actually moving, sadly, but she doing nutrition and being consistent here in the gym, she was able to get off her anti-anxiety meds.
Wow, that is so
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Shout out to Amber.
Yay, Amber. Congratulations. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
You know, it's just a huge difference, like energy wise, like she has natural energy now and just clearer head. And she dropped 15 pounds in 6 months. She's taller than I am. And it's not like she was fat, you know, but she had like to get her to a good range of body fat. She also had to build muscle. And in 6 months, she did it. Dropped the 15 pounds that she needed to. She built like 4 or 5 pounds of muscle on. I'd have to look. Don't quote me. But like she started to notice like her quads coming in, her butt was all more bubbly. Like, and what's crazy is you mentioned taking photos and how important that is, because her first photos, she said, you know what? The difference, like she could see in just her photos. She's like, you know, starting in the beginning, when you have to force yourself to like put a smile on for your progress photos, or you're like, you know, just those beginning ones from each angle, like she could tell she just felt miserable. She's like, but now she has so much pride in herself, like how far she's come and she's put the work in. And she like can't stop herself from cheesing in her photos.
Right? Because it's just a huge accomplishment. It's just like, I did that. I am at where I am because I put in the work, and now I have this body I didn't think I was going to be able to have. That's so awesome.
I'm so proud of her. We were both standing in here crying, looking at her numbers the other day. I was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of her.
That's so awesome.
She was crying because she said she couldn't have done it without me and like our staff, but I worked a lot with her. And really proud of her because she stuck it out.
You're saving lives. See, and
And
that's
now she's
awesome what you do. You help people, and they thank you for it. You help them.
Yeah. And it's not always that way. Like it can be a very thankless job. And people give up on themselves and it feels like they're giving up on you, or like, you know, you want so bad to help people. But when you get stories like that, to where she's now moving back home and she's going to try to encourage the rest of her family to take care of themselves because she's experienced the benefit. So I'm hoping we'll get to work together virtually to help her parents out with nutrition.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Awesome.
really exciting.
Here's a tissue. Here's a tissue.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, yeah, that'd be awesome if you had them as virtual clients. You know, then you can also hold them accountable. It's like, hey, where are you guys at?
Yeah.
One.
So yeah, working out. That's what we do.
Doing the work.
Doing the work. You got to do the work. And I'm going to say it again. You're not going to get bulky. Just shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah.
Like you can calculate your metabolic rate. And And then depending on your energy expenditure, like there's all kinds of math that can go into it to really figure out what you're burning just in general during the day, just your body functioning.
Mhm.
And this is what gets a lot of people, and I know I've said this before, your resting metabolic rate or your basal metabolic rate, your calories that you're burning just by your body functioning is usually so much higher than people ever realize. And they just don't even know that's a thing. Like nobody thinks about the calories you're burning, just like us, you sitting there and me standing here. Like my body's functioning. Everything's going on. There's all kinds of little repair work going on. But people just think about what they're burning when they're working out.
Yeah.
You know, but no, when you're working out and you're lifting weights, like you're burning more on top of what you're already burning. So then again, comes in the nutrition side of things. So you're not going to get bulky if you're eating healthy and normal and getting enough calories in, and just going to get stronger. And keep our bones safe. That's another big thing. I don't want to get osteoporosis.
Yeah, no one wants that.
I don't want to be fragile. I know we already talked about that, but keep coming back to it. I don't want to break. I don't want to break a hip. I've already done that.
Yeah, right. You trip over something and then big bone breaks. Yeah. That's no bueno.
Oh yeah. No. I was weak. I was weak in the past. Broke my pelvis.
You need to drink your milk.
They wouldn't let us have it. It's 25. In basic training, we weren't allowed to have milk. We could only drink water. Until past a certain phase. But I was 25. I never drank milk anyway at that point.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of milk as a kid, but yeah.
You get calcium from a lot of other things. But again, in comes the weightlifting and the resistance training. Like you are putting strain on your bones. You're putting extra weight on your bones and learning how to move in a safe way. Building strength around everything. Like, did you see my post about Helen?
No, I must have
My
missed.
Instagram?
Huh?
She is 66 years old. Right around there. She's had so many surgeries, so many injuries, like shoulder replacement, like all kinds of stuff through her life. And I've been working with her for over 3 years. And she has rods along her spine. Like I have a list of all her injuries. She did the Open this year, the CrossFit Open. Like we did the fundamentals version of it. So like scaled down, and with what equipment she had, and she crushed it. Like things she never thought she would get back to doing.
Yeah, because before she couldn't even walk down the stairs by herself. And now
Yeah.
she's doing the Open. Wow, that's so,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
You can get up and down off the floor. You know, she's more stable. Like when we first started working together, I taught her how to, like we were using 3-pound dumbbells and then 5-pound dumbbells. She's got 15. She went out and bought 15s. And we're
Wow.
using bands and stuff like that too, because she doesn't have space for a barbell just yet, but she's looking at them. Like she's excited to get crazy.
Oh my gosh.
But I taught her how to, we were like doing push-ups, but how to do more of a explosive, like a plyometric push-up. So like
Mhm.
on the wall, I just had her like lean into it and push herself away. And we
Yeah.
worked on that for a while. And then it was like, I got on with her and I still have the photo from her. We got on to do our virtual session
Mhm.
and her whole face was black and blue. Just all here. She had fallen and like smacked her face on something. I can't remember, like the edge of the table. It was something awful. And I was like, we're going to keep working on this. And then she ended up, it might have been the same time. It might have been a different time. But she tripped in the garage and she said, teaching her that plyometric push And the pushing away like saved her because she was falling forward instead of like just not knowing what to do. She was able to land in a much safer manner and get herself back up.
Wow.
So we just kept working on things like that and then adding weight. She's lost 23 pounds like over the last year. Like we started ramping things up a little bit. So it takes time. She's not getting bulky. She's
Yeah.
getting healthy and strong, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, she's using her muscles.
So whatever level you people are at, like we're here to guide you, give you what you need, reach your goals.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just get healthy,
Yeah, definitely.
healthy and strong.
No matter what age.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What else? Do you have anything else to add to this?
I don't think so. We covered a lot.
I feel like I talked a lot.
Yeah, but it's a lot of informative stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can link some, articles and stuff like that if you want to look things up for yourself. Again, I'm always available as a virtual coach. If you're looking for information, happy to get on a meeting, virtual call. Let's get you fucking fit, yo.
Yeah. Get a test run. See.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
And
And
Jen can be your accountability partner.
you working out today?
Yeah.
Send me
I'll do the programming. You do the phone calls.
Right. Yeah, nothing.
Vince, where you at?
Yeah, that was someone checking up on you because I mean, for those people who just do it by themselves, I praise you because that's fucking hard work. But when someone's checking up on you, you like, okay, I need to do this.
Yeah.
It's like homework. Gotta get it done. Or you ain't passing.
Yeah. I'll do it later. Something always is gonna get in the way. Just get it done. Just do it.
It's like me every morning. It's like, just do it. Just get on there. Get going. Because if you don't do it now, it's not happening. A
Yeah.
pep talk.
Do you do it in the mirror? Get on the fucking bike. Get on the fucking bike.
Get those weights. Get those weights. Yeah, so we do like the bike when there's like a high intensity or whatever, and then we added like strength training. So today,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so it's been good.
Thanks.
Good stuff.
Let me see your muscles. I didn't see your chicken wing. Chicken wing, chicken wing.
Good art.
That's funny. Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, any other topics that people want us to talk about? We got a lot of good feedback on the alcohol one.
Yeah.
We've been working out. Any topic. Any topic. All right.
That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all, folks. Beep, 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 beep. It's time to eat again. Can you tell?
Yeah, it's lunchtime. Late lunchtime.
Late lunch is second lunch time. Second lunch.
Second lunch.
Like the hobbits. Turn
The
into a
second
hobbit.
breakfast.
What about second breakfast? All right.
All right.
See you next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.